So in this video, let's look at how you can set up a podcast in Kajabi. If you've been tracking along with me through this series, we've been through the different products that are in here. We've set up courses, coaching, community, and now the last one is podcasts. So in we go. Now I am conscious that on this trial, I've got 3 products, and I think when I get into this, it's going to query it and say that I'm not going to be able to make it, but let's have a look. We're going to get started. Now, what do you want to do here? If you are importing a podcast from elsewhere, you can click over here and it will give you an importer and work through that way. I'm going to look at it here for just creating a new podcast. Yeah, here we go. We've reached our product limit. So I need to just back out of this. Which is the best one to remove from this demonstration plan? Probably the coaching. Let's delete that. Goodbye, coaching. And sorry about that. Let's jump back in and we're going to start our podcast. It's a new one. Title. Now, if you've been watching the other videos, we've been using the mini course that is the virtual video editor, teaching people how to outsource and use an overseas editor. And so let's stick with that. So maybe this is about video editing, video editors podcast. Okay. Now, is this going to be a public or a private? So you could actually have it private and then people are going to pay and see this as a product that's added to them. Again, I don't think that's going to be very typical. So let's go with public. What language? English. Choose a category. We're going to put education, how to. And is it episodic or is it a series? It tells you on there what that means. Is the newest one going to be first, or is it going to be the oldest one first and you've got to work through? So again, this is more typical. Primary colors. Again, it's not locking in my default colors. It's somewhere over there. That'll do. My accent is just off black, so we'll go there. Do we have an image? Now it is cropping in on this. That's a shame. You get it for the sake of this. All right, so it needs to be a square one that you can upload there. And actually I'm going to change that black back to black, being as that's what the logo is in. So there we go. This is what it's a little preview here of what this will look like. Let's click on it and we're ready to go. We can upload our first episode. How exciting. I've always wondered about having a podcast. So let's grab an episode in here. Episode 1. I'm sure we'd come up with something much better than that. Is it an episode? Is it a bonus or a trailer? We're going to go with episode. We're going to put some description in there and we can upload audio. And notice that there is a limit of 250 meg and the only format is MP3. So hopefully I've just pulled one out that will work for this. And we've dropped it in and you see then that it's pulling in my primary color and the logo. So quite basic, but it's fine. Need to tick if it's got any explicit content. Nope. Add the episode. And how easy is that? We've put it in here. Now it says that it's unscheduled, so we need to do something with this. So let's go into this and we can schedule the episode. I believe I'm right that you can actually go back as well. You can change the date on here and click apply. So it is now published. Let's save this. So you can backdate this if you wanted to put the dates in previously, or you would schedule it in advance if that's every Wednesday or something you're posting out. Analytics, you will get back on this so you can see the downloads and things that you're getting. Now we do need to connect this up, don't we? So let's go back through and click on our podcast distribution, and we need then to put in here, we need to sync up with Apple Podcasts. Now what you're going to need to do, this is your RSS feed, so we can copy that and you will need to come over to Apple Podcasts, I believe, and that there are some instructions in here. Head over there. Well, let's have a look what it's saying. You can copy that we've just done, paste it into Apple Podcasts. So there's a link there to connect to that and set that up over there. And you will get then a URL back and submit it. Same thing's going to happen with Spotify. So you can hook into these and your lovely new podcast is going to feed out to these other channels. And let's just have a look what this looks like. Obviously, this would be a square image up here, and your feed, it will show the different ones that are available up here. And here's your first episode, and you could watch it here or listen to it. So hopefully that's answered that one in terms of setting that up. Fairly straightforward setting that up. And I reckon we're going to move on now to the next section, which I've been keen to get into, is around the sales. We're looking at the offers now. So all of the products that we've made, we're now able to put a price tag on them and start putting them out there. So come and join me, please, over in this next session looking at offers.